We're living in an era flooded with a ton of information, and while that's incredible, it can also lead to distractions that hinder our ability to learn and accomplish things effectively. It can lead to an indefinite amount of procrastination. There's over 500 hours of YouTube content uploaded each minute. So with more information comes with more responsibility of your focus. Good news for you today, there's a skill everyone can learn to take advantage of the information ocean without being consumed. Deep work, and that's coined by the brilliant mind of Cal Newport, a professor at Georgetown University. Deep work is like a superpower that allows us to harness the information ocean without drowning in it. So I'm going over the 3 pillars of deep work today. Sit back, relax, enjoy the show. Let's go. So let's break these 3 things down to help you understand the process of deep work. So number 1 is unwavering focus. And basically what Cal Newport says is that he utilizes no multitasking, absolutely no multitasking, having a place and certain time for certain things to be done. With multitasking, he calls it attention residue, meaning that all of these extra things, all these additional tabs, all of these extra things that are creating this external distraction from you is basically leading you to an unproductive life. So you need to limit it to just one thing at a time. Seriously, one thing at a time. How we can do this is by a couple of steps. So let me just tell you right here. So set a time frame, and don't make it such a melodramatic time frame, but make it in a very tangible way where you can accomplish this stuff in a very effective way. So set and allocate 25 to 50 minutes per task, and ultimately put the most important task at the start of the day. Whenever you could do that, you could get all the stuff out of the way very, very efficiently. Minimize your distractions whenever you can minimize the distractions, the TikTok, the YouTube, the Twitter, or any type of just element that is externally distracting you. Eliminate that and put it on autopilot. You can even actually put your phone on airplane mode and literally limit any type of distraction for that time durated period. And then you need to fully immerse yourself. You need to actually focus. You need to dive in deeply and tell yourself you're going to do it, because when you tell yourself you're going to do something and then you actually go do it, it actually reciprocates this immense and indefinite amount of confidence, which is critical for deep work. So number 2 is you've got to embrace boredom. Whenever you can embrace boredom, this is like turning your creative mode on a certain notch, leveling those volume up on the creative mode, because whenever you're bored, you are basically forced to think about certain creative topics, certain things that you want to do, because in that restless feeling where you're feeling very urgent, you gotta go do stuff, eliminate everything. Literally put an allocated time, 10 minutes of doing nothing, because when you do nothing, it activates the creative muscles. It's like flexing a muscle. When you can tolerate boredom, the more your creative motion up to an extreme gear. So I highly advise you to activate this boredom notion in a way. And this is how you can do it. These are 4 ways that you can activate your boredom mode and increase the creativity levels for your deep work. So number 1 is a digital detox. Go on airplane mode, go on a nature walk, go and exercise without any type of distraction. Literally a digital detox for just a few minutes a day can enhance the boredom motion and enhance the creative thinking in your deep work. Whenever you can enhance that, it's going to ultimately lead to productivity. 2 is you could practice mindfulness, practice your breathing. A lot of people don't do this. A lot of people don't realize that breathing is actually, we do it subconsciously, but whenever you can actually activate the consciousness of your boredom and your breathing, that's when you can actually recognize and become a little bit more creative and ultimately more productive in your deep work. Embrace boredom. This is the 3rd point. Embrace boredom. Whenever you embrace it, and this is what we're going to be doing. This is when you can actually activate your creative thinking and your deep thinking process. And 4 is you got to limit instant gratification. Those post notifications, turn them off. Limit any type of instant gratification that anything comes your way. Like I said, set specific times to actually check your emails, set specific times to check your Instagram notifications or anything like that, because those are always going to be there, but boredom is not. The 3rd pillar is prioritize and excel. So what this means is basically you can utilize a process called the Eisenhower Matrix to essentially ordinate what is urgent and what is important in your day, so you can allocate your high value task during the day so you can have ultimate focus in your deep work where there's no limited distractions. This is how we're going to be able to do it. Okay, so in each quadrant, I'm just going to go through this very, very fast. In each quadrant, it's urgent and important, and then not urgent, not important. Okay, so you get these 4 quadrants. This is going to be able to help you allocate certain motions of your day and ultimately lead to knowing what is actually needing to be done. When we know what needs to be done and what doesn't need to be done and what's not actually important, this allows us to actually categorize the ways of effective thinking. You need to plan everything. Literally everything. Literally your social media times, your deep focus times, your breathing, your boredom times. Whenever you can do this and whenever you're becoming more organized throughout the day, that is when you're going to be able to excel in your deep thinking process, guys. Super, super important. Guys, being able to utilize deep work is probably the biggest superpower in today's age. We can always control our thoughts, our planning, our schedule, but if we don't do it, it leads to a very procrastinated and actually unproductive life. So we have to utilize these things in order to be productive, recognize what is actually important, and limit the distractions for today, because the distractions, the notifications, the girls, all of this stuff will always be there. But in that case, you need to recognize what you need to do and become focused, becoming more focused individual to actually maximize the productivity in today's age. Guys, if you got any type of value out of this, smash the subscribe button, as I'm trying to post more value and it helps me motivate you to continuously improve yourself or your business, whatever you're doing. But guys, I love each and every single one of you guys. If you are interested, I have a video over how to basically exceed burnout. If you're experiencing burnout right now, or if you feel uninterested in the stuff that you're doing, this is how you can basically maintain it throughout the entirety of the course and be able to maximize on what you're doing. Guys, I love you. Peace.